All right, I see people joining us. Welcome, guys. Thank you for joining us this evening. Raise your hands if you can hear me. If you guys raise your hands there, check on that if you can hear my voice. And Joe, say a few words.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome.
Okay, let's see. I'm not seeing any hands go up. Let us know if you can hear us. Chats, let's see here. Yep, they can hear us. Okay, good.
Alrighty.
All right, guys. While we're waiting a few more minutes to get started, if some of you will give us on the chat, tell us where you're coming to us from. I'll tell you, I'll start. I'm coming to you live from Southwest Florida, and Joe, tell it where you're coming from.
I am live here from St. Peters, Missouri, about 30 minutes outside of St. Louis.
All right. Trying to go live on Facebook, but they changed the program. I don't know how it works anymore. Yeah. They updated something, and let's see here.
Facebook is always changing something.
Yeah. Use camera. Let's try that. Nope. Use paired encoder. Okay, get started. Well, maybe it is live. Let's see. Okay, waiting a couple more minutes here. Okay, you guys are going to tell us where you're coming from. Let's see. We see Minnesota, Seattle, Washington, Salt Lake City, Orange County, California, Oklahoma, Virginia, Boynton Beach, Florida. All right. Keep on coming, guys. We got Texas. We got Menifee, California, Orlando, Florida, Sydney, Australia. I think it's about 10 a.m. over there. Welcome from Sydney. It's a long ways off. Let's see. La Quinta, California. Let's see what other foreign countries we got. Another one from Sydney, Australia, Tampa, Florida, Baltimore. Okay, cool. Rosarito Beach, Mexico. How about that? All right. Nice group from all over. Cool. Thank you, guys. And then I'm going to check one more thing here. I want to do a poll real quick so we can figure out a little bit about who our audience is. So if you guys will take a moment and answer a couple questions here on this poll. One, the first question will be whether or not you're a Marketing Boost member, not yet, or you're still during the trial, or you're a gold member or a platinum member. If you'll answer that for me, please. Okay. All right, so let's see here. Going so far, 34% of you are gold members, 5% of you have not joined yet, 5% of you, or rather 11% of you are platinum members. Okay, cool. Let me end that poll, and I think I got another question on another poll. Let's see. And that one, so we got another question. All right, the next question is, how long have you been a member? Is it still within your trial period, 2 months, 6 months, more than 6 months, more than a year, more than 2 years? And then the third question will be, how big is your company? Is it just you, 3 to 10 employees, or more than 10? If you guys will take a minute and answer that, I'd appreciate it.
How long has Marketing Boost been around for?
We've been in going on 4 years now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm about a little more than I've been part of it a little more than 2 years. That's why I found you guys.
All right. Yeah, I don't know how to post to Facebook anymore. They made so many changes here. I can't figure it out just yet.
Yeah,
It
with my ads.
used to be one click. Now you got all. I'm gonna have to practice this offline next time. Let's see, Laura.
Like whenever I'm messing my Facebook ads, I go to do something. I just know my one way of doing it, and they're always changing it up. They try to make it better, but a lot of times it's not better.
Yeah. All right. Well, I won't worry about that anymore. All right. So let's take a look. We've got 4% still doing the trial, 2 weeks or less. We've got 11% of you are 2 months or more. 9% 6 months, 17% more than 6 months, 31% more than 1 year, 29% more than 2 years. Okay. 76%. I always just find this interesting. 76% of our members here are a one-man operation. 20% have 3 to 10 employees, and 4% are more 10 employees or more. Very cool. Share that real quick, and you guys can see that. So very great. So strong here that we've got 30% of you have been members for more than 2 years, another 30% member more than 1 year. Appreciate your support in your business. I think you're a one-man operation as well, are you not?
Yeah, sure am.
Joe? Good. So that's, you're speaking to our audience, which is mostly small business owners like you, direct sales or what have you. And so another thing, you can chat if you answer in the chat box, guys, if you tell us what kind of business you're in. I see here I've got a broker with 10 agents. Some of your employees. Anyway, tell us, go ahead and chat there so I have a little record of what you guys do. Life insurance, marketing, travel business, security. Now, one thing I will say for those of you that are a one-man operation, one of the next webinars I'm going to be doing is going to be about finding processes. One of the only ways you're really going to grow, this would be my recommendation to all of you, the only way you're really going to start growing and expanding is to find stuff that you do every day, things that you do every day over and over, and turn it into a business process and find a virtual assistant to do it for you. I'll be coming with a friend of mine, a partner of mine that's got an operation in the Philippines, and we'll be talking about how you can outsource and find people, virtual assistants, to do nearly anything that you do on a daily basis to relieve yourself of that daily, processes that you're handling yourself. Pay someone else to do it so you can use your mind and think bigger and go after bigger accounts and go after, modify and do have more time to test your marketing. You've got to start delegating some of the things if you intend to grow and start to see real income. You can't be a one-man team forever. In other words, so in order to start growing, you've got to start trusting others to do things, train people to do some of the work that you do yourself, and you'll find that you have a better lifestyle and you'll start making more money. So anyway, I want to take a moment now and introduce our guest speaker, Joe Kaufman. Kaufman I've known now for a couple of years. He's won some contests with us in the past. I think we sent you on a bonus trip with airfare and everything, didn't we, at one time?
Yep, down to Orlando. Yeah, that was awesome. Me and my wife. She was actually pregnant with my little boy at the time.
Awesome. I remember when you won the contest. I don't remember what the details of the contest were, but you won, and we had got you some airline tickets and your trip and everything paid for. So it wasn't just the hotel stay. You got the hotel stay, the taxes paid, and your airline for you and your wife. Yeah. Joe's he's a full-time insurance agency. He built himself from scratch. He's generated thousands in affiliate income with Marketing Boost. He's leveraged Marketing Boost to, to really grow and give himself a lifestyle that, what do we work for? One of the things we work for is to generate a lifestyle, and he was able to retire his wife, so to speak, and she's now a full-time mom from what you told me. Is that correct?
Yeah, with our 2-year-old little boy. Yes.
Awesome. So being able to let her, have the choice of her being home as a full-time mom is an awesome achievement, so that, you're the one, the breadwinner she can take care of and bring up a child and spend time with them. That's awesome. I congratulate you for that.
Yeah.
So let me turn it over to you, and I'm going to turn off my microphone for a little bit. But guys, what Joe's going to share, appreciate you guys joining us. He's going to talk to you about some ideas, some successes he's had. This is what we call our success story workshops, where he'll come on and and tell you what he's done. He's he's going to not fluff it up or anything. He's not in sales for Marketing Boost. He's just telling you his experience with Marketing Boost, his successes, and a number of ideas that you can take away and add to your business. So take it away, Joe, and I may jump in here and there to ask a question and we'll, as you guys chatting as well, you can ask questions. If we have time, we'll answer them along the way. If not, we'll get to them near the end of his presentation.
Sweet.
So thank
Cool.
you, Joe.
All right, cool. Yeah, thanks, Marco. Thanks for having me on. Very humbled to be able to help you guys out. I've been with Marketing Boost a little more than 2 years now, and it's been just a true blessing to our agency. And so I really trying to think about before this presentation what to put together for you guys, so you can come away, because I've sat on webinars and stuff before, we all have, and then you leave and you wonder, oh, well, that's nice about his success, but what can I do? What can I do with some information for my agency or whatever your business is? So hopefully you'll get some real good stuff that you can take away and start implementing tomorrow to grow your business, because there's definitely some tips and just some strategies and things that I learned. A lot of it just through trial and error. And then I got stuff dialed in. I'm even going to share with you guys a script that I use with literally everybody that I get on the phone. I have this short just script that I go through. And after I'm done going through that script, I don't ever get any objections or anything. And then I'm able to transition just right into what I want to talk about, which is, in my world, is insurance. I love talking about insurance. So nobody else does, but all right, so I'm gonna go and share my screen here. We'll jump right in. All right, give me a thumbs up or notification if you can see my screen here. We will get rolling. All right, perfect. Okay, looks like you can see it. All right, so what I'll do here is I'm just gonna go through my story. Because I know stories are, my story. Everybody has their own story, but I know people can relate to it. And then we'll dive into some concrete stuff and what I've been doing with Marketing Boost and kind of the belief and just what got me there. So let's share. Okay, so I started an agency with farmers some years ago, about 8 years ago, and I just started from scratch. So I didn't have my own book of business, which there's 2 ways of getting insurance. You can buy a book of business. That way you have some residual income coming in, because the first couple of years are going to be rough as you're learning the ropes and figuring out what to do. Or you can start from scratch. I don't know if I recommend starting from scratch, but that was the route that I decided to take, and it's definitely been quite the journey. But a lot of frustrating times in my office, and just wondering how am I going to figure this stuff out. Especially when it comes to insurance, some like agents, once they figure out something that's working, what I found about this industry is they're not quick to share it with other insurance agents. They kind of keep it to themselves. That's not going to happen today. There's some insurance agents out there. I'm going to be sharing with you some cool stuff. But yeah, so I came from a personal loan industry. There's a company here called City Financial that I used to work for. So I've been pretty much corporate world my whole life up until that point. I was with them. That was my last corporate job. I was there with them for close to 9 years, and we did. I like doing the personal loan stuff, but we also did all of our collections. And I got to the point where I hated doing collections. But fast forward to the future, I think being on the phone that much and doing the collection is what helped me do sales and stuff over the phone, because that's where most of my business come from. So COVID really didn't didn't affect me a whole lot. I was already doing most sales and everything on the phone. My market, I'm licensed in Missouri, so as far as I'm concerned, I market Missouri. I don't do the actual local. If I can talk to you over the phone, we can sell something. Just got just completely burnt out. I knew I had to do something else. Hating my job. I knew I'd make a transition, so I decided insurance was the way to go, especially because of the residual income that it can create. So that's where I dove into. Sat down with a few companies. It was pretty easy to become an agent. Which case, being there's a lot of agents that don't make it, unfortunately, but they do make ease of entry. So I was still working doing personal loans, and then you had to have certain numbers to be able to transition to become a farmer's agent. So I got that done. Now, when I became an agent with farmers, I did not think that I was going to have to cash in my 401k. I thought I was good at being a loan officer. It just take me a little bit of time. I'll be good at this too. And it wasn't quite the case. I had to just learn the ropes, try to figure it. So I cashed in my 401k. I had 35,000 basically just sitting in my checking account. And those first 2 years, there was not a lack of ideas. Farmers and insurance, and you got the internet, you can always find ideas, but finding ideas that worked was the toughest thing. So I was throwing money right and left, just trying to figure. One time I had these two ladies were cold calling for our agency, and I was paying them cash and per set appointment, but none of the appointments kept, and just went through my money pretty quick, 35,000 couple years. And then at the end of that, just barely keep my head above water. And I was buying these internet leads, which, we don't have a whole lot of options as far as agents go outside of friends and family, which they don't necessarily trust you if you're just getting into a business. They come back around later on, I'm finding out. So these internet leads, they sell over and over again. A lot of agents buy them. So that was kind of what I was doing too. I was just buying these leads right and left, and then cold calling. So one thing I've noticed with the business is I hate cold calling, and I hate these shared internet leads. So, but there's got to be something. It's got to be something else out there. So about that time, I heard about this guy, Sean Matthews, down in Texas. You guys might have been seeing his name in the group. He's had a lot of success with Marketing Boost, and he was teaching insurance agents how to generate their own leads. And so I heard about him, and what I did is he would do little webinars here and there, and I would follow the webinars. And for like a full year, I just followed this guy, and I knew, because he had these courses which were like $2,500, $5,000 at the time. I couldn't hardly rub two pennies together, so I couldn't afford to get the course. But I kept trying to figure out what he figured out, and then about a year of that, no success. And then he had one of his first masterminds that he launched. There was 19 of us, and I actually got in on that. It's about the same time I met my wife. She was a successful hairstylist for like 12 years at the time. And and from there was a couple times where in that course where even though we were paying $300 a month or something like that, all 19 of us, but there was 2 Fridays where Sean, he said, every Friday I'm gonna sit down and help you guys. We'll do a call, and I'll help you figure out these Facebook ads and point you in the right direction. And 2 weeks in a row, nobody else showed up on the call but me. So I actually had a one-on-one where he was able to kind of pick out what I was doing, point me in the right direction. I changed a lot of things up. He helped kind of show me also with generate leads is why so many people fail at Facebook marketing and generate leads online. And what I figured out is when people are marketing on Facebook, they try to cast too broad of a stroke. And as a business owner, small business owner, I don't have the millions of dollars that these corporations like Farmers, State Farm, and all those people have to just blast out these messages saying save money, whatever. I've got to be very, very targeted. So the more targeted and specific that you are, that's one of the keys with generating leads on Facebook. The next few weeks after sitting down with them, I generated 70, it was probably a little more than 70 leads. One of them was Barn Jewish Hospital, is where I got a bunch of them from. These are exclusive leads. And so things were going good a couple of years, leads coming in, closing as many, as I can. I was the only one calling them, so I no longer had to cold call, which is great. I don't have to buy any of these shared internet leads. Just me, call them from a form that they filled out on Facebook, and then it basically said that I was going to be calling them. So, so things were cruising, and then things changed like they always do. Well, Facebook, it used to be $5-10 a day, and you'd reach 5 to 7,000 people. So yeah, your ad and targeting still had to be spot on to get leads, but it didn't have to be that great. So, so we were getting, I mean, at the time we were getting leads 50 cents, dollar a piece or whatever. And then, but once they changed the reach, it started, my ad cost started getting up where it was like 10, 11, 12, $13 a lead, which still not bad because I'm still the only person calling them. But it was, you know, it was getting a little out of hand. And then, yeah, then along come Marketing Boost. So heard about this program, and where you can actually give a voucher away for, you know, for anything. And I'm like, man, that if I can somehow tie that to quotes and to my insurance agency, that'd be amazing. And actually, I'll tell you my first thing, what I thought about Marketing Boost, because I thought that for sure that they would have to sit through a timeshare. So I know some of you out there probably still think that people had to sit through a timeshare or redeem it, but they don't. So they don't. Once I found out that there was no timeshare involved, that they had to sit through, that you know, I definitely bought in, because I remember sitting through timeshares. I didn't know if I wanted to go through that time agency to it, but anyway, so once I understood how it worked, I took kind of the same similar Facebook ads that I was running, and I just implemented Marketing Boost into those ads, and then my ad costs dropped like crazy, almost immediately. People were easier to get on the phone. I still had a trial and error, some stuff with Marketing Boost, some stuff that I did wrong out of the gate, and then figured out. We'll cover that here in a minute. And then also it set me apart from all the other agents out there. So no matter what business you're in, there's not really anybody providing much value of giving anything away. So, and incentive marketing has been around for years and years. And Marketing Boost just gives us, you know, smaller businesses an opportunity to play in that game, which, like I said, it's been around for years. So that's it. And so, yeah, so, and whatever business you're in, it helps you stand apart from all the other competition out there. In insurance, there's a lot of insurance agents around. You don't have to look too far to find them. Same thing with real estate agents. They're everywhere. So it helps you just distinguish from everybody else. So fast forward today, I've been kind of using I generate, that's where most of my, as you know, as you can already tell, a lot of my leads and stuff come from Facebook, just running Facebook ads. And then I casually will post on my page about it. But yeah, fast forward today. So I get anywhere from $300 to $500 a month in residual income from just being an affiliate. Because once you really believe in Marketing Boost, because I know just kind of from talking to some of the members out there, some of the reasons actually. So there was a lady I talked to not real long ago. She's a member of Marketing Boost, and she said that her family and friends, like, so what's one of the struggles that you have with the program? Because to the point, I actually don't get a whole lot of objections anymore. So I really want to know. And she said the people that she talked to just don't really believe it. They kind of think it's a scam. Like, they just think there's some trick to it. And so my question to her was, deep down, do you really think like there's a trick or something to giving away the trip or whatever, the vouchers? And she said, yeah, actually I do. And that's very true. So if you don't have the belief in it, then it's whenever you're talking to people about it, they're going to sense that, and you're going to get some objections. But I've had over 600 people redeem these trips now, and I believe I've sent way over more than 600 trips. That's just the people who actually pay the government tax fees and redeemed them. And I've had very few ever come back and say anything, probably less than 5. And that was on those, they specifically were trying to get like very, very specific dates, or they wanted to upgrade to a whole, to like a whole different room or something like that. But yeah, over 600 people redeemed the trips. Like Marco said, my wife is able to stay home. She with our 2-year little boy, it's awesome. She's just on like her 3rd month, be able to do that. I built my agency just shy of $1 million, but we shouldn't hit that this year. I did it mainly without any staff. I have had some staff throughout the years, but it's hard finding good help. But Marco's 100% spot on. I do not recommend being a one-man show. And we're actually looking on bringing some people on the agency here within the next few weeks. We got 3 prospects to help out. But yeah, this Marketing Boost it's one of my main marketing systems that I use. I use it in all my Facebook ads. I use it so I'm a full service agency. Just tell you about my agency. I'm a full service agent here in St. Peters, Missouri. So we do home insurance, home and auto insurance, life insurance, do business insurance, and I use Marketing Boost to generate leads for all that stuff. So well-rounded agents. I do have a lot of systems. One thing I learned with being a one-man show is when you're wearing so many hats. I'm sure you guys can relate out there as business owners that you do have to have some good systems in place. So I do have some good automation and things that allow me to go, but to really grow, we're gonna have to get some staffing for sure. So yeah, here's just some of my Facebook ad results. I was trying to kind of pull up a report that would be more specific or detailed, but I just did a screenshot. This is over the years of how much I've spent in Facebook with Facebook ads. Now with this 27,000, not every Facebook ad that I ran was specifically to generate a lead. Like not every ad that I ran has a spot where they click it and they fill it out. Some of these I would run and kind of boost it out to my friends or people who've liked my page, just mainly because with Facebook you can, not like buying a billboard. You can spend with your marketing. You can be, it's a cheapest way to market and keep your name in front of people and be top of mind. So whenever anybody thinks of insurance, I want them to think of me. But yeah, so we got 27,000. That's how much I spent there. Leads, about 3,500 leads. But overall, my average cost of leads around $5, and it's exclusive. I'm the only one calling them. And outside of Facebook ads, you can also do other giveaway promotions, that's where I created this report, 18 ways to use Marketing Boost. We'll cover some ideas of that here. Understanding what you have. So I think it's important to really understand with Marketing Boost, to get the belief is understand what you guys have your hands on. One of the things where I did get the belief was going to Branson and checking out the resort myself. And also that Orlando trip was awesome. So you can just see hands-on what you're able to actually give away. So I do focus on the trip. So anybody that gets an insurance quote through our agency, through the ads or whatever, I'll give them a voucher, a vacation voucher. And so, really, so they get to a 4-day, 3-night stay at a hotel or resort at a very cheap rate. The only thing they have to pay is government taxes. Nobody, like I said, nobody's really given anything of real value away, and we're able to do that with Marketing Boost. All the resort hotel stays are 4 to 5-star TripAdvisor rated. So these are solid places that these people are able to stay at. With COVID, man, people have been cooped up and they're ready to travel. I've had some people reach out to me, say with COVID, like was I running any ads or have any success with the program throughout this pandemic all last year? I actually have never stopped running ads. The only difference that the only change I made is on the ad I put have 24 months to redeem, and everybody knows eventually, I think everybody just kind of feels eventually this pandemic is going to be over. So just putting that 24 months, I think really helped. And then we talked about don't sit through timeshare, because I think a lot of people, they expect that's going to be the case. Now, if you want to upgrade and go on when we were in Orlando, if we did through timeshare, there's some extra benefits there. They can give you tickets and things like that, but at least you have the option. Many locations to choose from.
Let me jump in and interrupt you there for a moment. We have changed a policy for quite some time now that we've switched over the fulfillment to redeemvacations.com versus book the IP. So we no longer offer any kind of timeshare upgrades under the new platform. So it's completely, the client can book online, can activate online, they can choose their hotel, their dates. They never have to speak to anybody. They don't have to jump through any hoops. They don't have to, and they're not going to be offered, they're not even going to be offered a timeshare upgrade. So just so you know.
Yeah, no, that's incredible. Shoot, that's even better.
Yeah.
You guys keep making it better and better.
Mhm.
It's easier for us. Um, yeah, and so yeah, I just when it comes to marketing boost and belief is, I think what helped me is just understanding what the program and what you guys are, what Marco and Andy have put together. I mean, we're simply filling up unused hotel and resort rooms that would go vacant, and you get to say them at a mere fraction of the cost. Um, so I mean, I've seen some stuff through the group that about a 30-day in advance. I mean, I think a reasonable person should expect they should give have to give 30 days in advance, and it's going to be at the availability of a resort. When these places are full up, on the hot season or whatever. I mean, that's why people are able to stay at these sweet resorts for such a cheap price. Is because you're filling up the unused rooms. So I mean, the whole business model just makes sense, or made sense to me. So I kind of already talked about this, but the belief is the biggest thing, because once you believe it, you'll really start using Marketing Boost. I think that's probably the thing that holds most members back, is probably really don't believe that it's that great of a deal. So I totally recommend, if you haven't, send yourself a trip and go and experience it yourself. That's where I got my belief, that, and then having so many people redeem them, and borrow my belief. So if you're not there yet, that's not a made up number. I really did have over 600 people redeem these trips, and not to have anybody come back, and complain or anything. And to all they come back and thank me for giving the trip. So, all right, so this right here. Okay, so here's some specific Marketing Boost tips. These are the things that I messed up and made some adjustments, and that's when things just really helped. So we all know, if you're, I don't know, gold plan or whatever, but I can give away as many trips, as many vouchers as I want to. So when I started putting this Marketing Boost in my ads, I just put just that. I would be like, due to a partnership we have with a travel company, anybody that gets an insurance quote from our agency will get a voucher to these destinations. And I ran that ad, and nobody clicked it. Nobody filled out any forms. And I didn't get it. Like, man, it's such a great deal. I'm giving you a vacation voucher just for an insurance quote. I'm not asking a whole lot. Of course, with insurance, we can't tie it to a purchase. So I specifically just give it to anybody that's getting a quote from us. Now, so I went back and I changed my ad copy to and started marketing just on regular Facebook posts too, where I put a specific number in, and it's just kind of, I guess, the fear of missing out or whatever. But so now it's not like I have an unlimited number of vouchers to give away. I've got 21, or I've got 32, or I've got 10. So make it specific that you've got a certain number. That's just something that really helped me. And then when I started doing that, leads started coming in. I think you just don't want to flip that too good to be true switch, because once you flip that in people's heads, then that's where you're going to get objections and things like that. Yeah, and then another one is I promote the closest destination possible. Now, every market's different. You guys are in different businesses than I am with insurance. I'm just saying, this is just stuff that's worked for me. The mistake that I made early on is we had, when I first got involved, I think we just had like 12 locations. We still had the overseas ones. I just do domestic here in the United States, with my product, with insurance. That just makes sense for me. But I would actually say that you have all these options of vacation vouchers to go through. And I don't know what it is. I think if people have too many options, they just freeze up, and they just don't do anything. So one of the other things I did is I just started promoting the closest destination to me. And about that time, Branson was one that rolled out, which I'm about 5.5, 6 hours from Branson. So I started heavily promoting the Branson location, because then people can actually drive there. They don't have to pay for a plane ticket or anything like that. So families can take a where couples can take a nice getaway trip.
Let me jump in and ask you a question or talk about that. A lot of Marketing Boost members get all tied up into wondering, they want to be able to build a platform that they can let the customer choose which destination, and now that we have 125 destinations, you want to build a website to say, hey, you can go to any one of these 125 destinations. And I will tell you over and over, I agree with you, Joe. I'm glad to hear it from a successful success story member. Selecting, when you do your campaign and you select a specific destination, like, hey, this week I've got 10 Vegas trips I'm giving away, or this week, because of the relationship I have with this travel company, I've got 5 Orlando trips we're giving away. In other words, you're keep it simple, stupid, and don't. People will bite on a specific destination for a complimentary trip versus, oh yeah, you can choose from 125 destinations. If they even bite on that, choose from 125, even if they bite on it, then they're going to land on all those choices. They have too many choices to think about. And in the end, they'll never even activate it. They'll never even select one. They'll be thinking about which one should we go. And then they'll forget they even got it and they never used it. So you didn't build any loyalty. They didn't use it. You didn't build any credibility with the client over your giveaway anyway. So I still believe you're better off marketing 1 or 2 destinations at a time. Don't worry about trying to build a platform that you can give your client the selection and let them choose. They have too many choices. They end up selecting none. Back to you, Joe.
Yeah, no, that's very true. It's just people they just freeze up. And then also with on that same note, and we'll dive into that here in a minute. With Facebook marketing, when you are choosing, a couple of destinations, for me it helped out with my ads because I can tie in people who are interested in insurance, and then I can tie in like Branson, people who do have an interest in Branson. So yep. Another thing too, kind of just that I've seen in the group, and every industry is different, but I actually like the fact that you do have to pay government taxes. Now every market's different. Like in any of my promotions and stuff, when I talk about Marketing Boost, I don't put the word free in there. To each their own or whatever. Because they do have to pay government taxes and stuff. And I think if somebody thinks, okay, if it's completely free and I don't have to pay anything at all, then it's got to be a scam. So I'm very upfront with people in my initial script, and like I said, I'm going to share that script with you about the government taxes, and that I think that's actually really helped with my with the amount of people that redeemed it. And then yeah, like I said, so that's that. I'll cover the script here. So this script was something just by trial and error. Like when I would get a client or a prospect on the phone, I wanted to figure out a way of explaining Marketing Boost and the trip voucher to where, okay, I get that off the table, because honestly, I don't want to be the trip giver away guy. Like, I want to sell insurance. That's my job. I want to build my agency, selling insurance. This is a tool to get me on the phone with people who they're already searching for insurance. They already have an interest in what I'm selling. And honestly, like if they just want a voucher, I'll send them a voucher and save my time even putting together a quote. But when I get people on the phone, they're interested in insurance, but the trip, that's just having them talk with me rather than another 5,000 agents that are out there. So it's pretty simple. I just put, hey Bob, this is Joe Kaufman with Farmers. Of course, I don't have to use this script anymore because I just go off the cuff. But as Joe Kaufman with Farmers, great. How you doing today? Great. The reason for my call is that you responded to this Branson trip getaway insurance promotion that we're doing. Sound familiar? Most of my people are filling out ads or filling out leads on Facebook. So I got that information. That's where I get their information from. Okay, if you have a few minutes, let's just go over in detail on the trip, and then we can chat about the insurance and see how we can help. Sound good? It's like, yep, it's all right. And I always say this. I said, let's cover the fun stuff first and just kind of lighten mode, because the trip is fun. Insurance isn't really that fun. So my agency partnered up with the travel company. So I get these trips from time to time, and I just figure I do some good stuff with it. This is for a 4-day, 3-night Branson resort stay. There's no timeshare or anything you have to sit through, any junk like that. Retails between $150 to $200 a night. The only thing you have to pay is the government tax fees, which is with Branson, I think it's like 26 a night. So I already know ahead of time what's going to be. And I've had over 600 people redeem the trip. So you'll enjoy the trip. All right, now let's talk about insurance. So, what company are you currently with? And then I'll get into talking about what I want to talk about, which is insurance. Now I'll cover this honestly. I talk fast anyway, but I will talk pretty quick, just, getting through this. But then when we get to my field, what I do, just same thing. So use this script and kind of, just take out the insurance stuff. You can use that for your business. Once I go through this, I don't ever get I really don't have hardly anybody ask me any further questions. And I could keep going on and give them more details about the vouchers. But I mean, that's, I could say, all right, well, I'll send you a link and then you do it all yourself or whatever. But I just keep it short. This is the only thing I tell them. And then, they redeem the trips or whatever. And I don't have to answer any question. Now, if I send them a link or whatever, and they follow up with, hey, it looks like I only had 7 days and that thing expired. Like, no big deal. I'll say, okay, no worries, man. I'll send you another one. But yeah, this thing is just, I think this script just really helped me a lot. And I wanted to share that with you guys. I'm hoping that'll help you as well.
Now, if I can ask you, with your ads, I guess, do you have any to show us that you could show an example of one of your ads?
Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys. I have some specific ads, like the copy, because if you've seen one of my copies, you've probably seen them all.
Okay, great. Well, I guess the question I have is, how many of them are actually interested, or do you get a good amount of them that are actually interested in the insurance, or are they mostly biting on the trip?
Yeah, a big majority are interested in insurance.
They are interested in, they do have a need for insurance of some sort.
Yep, especially when I do. So in my targeting, I'll do auto insurance and home insurance. So I have that in my targeting, and I still don't know how Facebook mines all the data that they do. But for the people who don't know, like every time you click on something on Facebook, that information is getting stored somewhere. So let's say there's a picture of a dog. Your friend's got a dog or whatever, and you like that post. And then later on, another picture of a dog, and you like that post. All of a sudden, Facebook will categorize you as a dog person, a dog lover, or whatever. And then a marketer who owns a pet store can run an ad, and that ad's going to show up in yours. So it's just everything that you click, they mine. And the same thing with insurance. So when I do run my ads, I'll have the auto, depending whether auto or home insurance, what I'm going after, I'll have that in there as an interest targeting. And then also, if I'm promoting Branson, I'll put so they must match this criteria, and then they also will need to match like an interest in Branson. So these are people who are interested in because if you didn't have any interest at all in the trip, it has some, we want to at least get them on the phone. But yeah, and then sometimes if I feel that they are literally just in it for the trip, I'll throw that out there. I actually do that with my life insurance people. I'll say, hey, be honest with you, I appreciate you talking with me today. I'm really looking forward to helping you out with life insurance if we can. Now, do you have a real need for life insurance? That's something you have taken care of, or did you just fill the form out to get a trip? Or another way I'll phrase it is kind of after I go through this spiel right here, the very next sentence, I'll say, hey, now I know when running, ads like this, that people are going to fill out forms just to get a trip. I say that just to kind of qualify them, but the life insurance stuff targeting with Facebook is just really powerful, because all those people, once I get them on the phone, we're like, no, actually we don't have any life insurance, and we were just talking about it the other day, and blah, blah.
You do a little takeaway there at the end with, did you just fill it out to get the trip, or do you have some interest? And that kind of makes them feel, I guess, even a little guilty. And then even if it's not true, they're going to tell you, I got it. I'm interested in insurance. I might need it. And at least you're buying the conversation to keep going a little bit. That's smart.
Yep.
All right, good.
Especially if they know that, hey, I already told you I'm going to send you the voucher. So like we can end this now and save ourselves some time. But, yep. All right. Okay, these are just some different ways to use Marketing Boost, just some ideas. So outside of the Facebook ads, which we'll get into a couple of exact ad copies that I use, and then just be creative. I mean, you got something of value to give away. Think of different ways that you can help people with them. So we do monthly giveaway to current clients. So I'll do this where I'll anybody that's a client of mine, I'll run a promotion and I'll send a blast email out to them. Say, hey, the first of the month, we're giving away a 4-day, 3-night stay to Orlando. So anybody who wins, and just for being my client, you're already entered. So that's just a good retention tool. There's no insurance agents that are doing that out there. So it just kind of gives them a little, that way if they, when they do get that rate increase, because eventually it's going to come, maybe that's just something that they keeps them around for a little bit longer. Fan page. So anybody that likes my farmers page, whenever you're doing a boost, I know most of my ads I run from a Facebook manager account, so nobody can ever go to my page and see my Facebook ads. But I do boost straight from my page, where I will post about a trip giveaway. And then you can boost it to anybody who's liked your page and their friends, and get some reach that way. And that just, it just kind of keeps top of mind. This silent auction and benefit donation thing has worked really well too, as just participating in the community. People are doing these silent auctions for all kinds of different things and charity, and people with cancer have bad things going on in their life, and they're looking for giveaways. And the Kaufman Insurance Agency, can provide them with a voucher. We had one voucher; it went for close to like $600. There was another one that went for a little more than $400. A couple times that we did it, and then the person reached out, and I gave the person who was organizing the silent auction and everything, I always give that person a trip too. So I give that person a trip, and then give them a couple vouchers to give away, and then you can print them on that thing. A best, we can do a Halloween costume giveaway. Whoever's the best Halloween costume. Teacher Appreciation Month. We did that. I got a couple. I think I have an example of that in this PowerPoint here. Referral partners. So you can send a voucher to their prospect, depending on what industry that you're in. I did this Best Christmas Tree Challenge, hardworking parent, mothers. So any of these holidays, you can put together a trip, whether it don't have to be the trip. I've used the restaurant vouchers are a good one for that. $100 restaurant voucher. Reviews, birthday gifts. So we all have our top clients. So like your top clients, give them a 4-day, 3-night trip for their birthday. That's they'll stick around. They'll stick to you for sure and refer you. Referral contest. So it's kind of the same thing for where I give all my clients we do a random drawing for a trip. You can also do referrals. So anybody that gives me a referral are going to go into a drawing that I'm going to have on the first of each month. So you see me 2 referrals, you get 2 tickets, so forth and that. Event marketing. Of course, with the pandemic and everything, not a whole lot of this going on, but event marketing is going to come back. You see people try to give away things there at these event marketing things, and most of them don't have much, they're a gift card or something like that. But how about a poster of like a beach or Miami or something like that, saying 4-day, 3-day voucher, 4-day, 3-night voucher to Miami, and enter to win that trip. That's that's gonna stand out. And call. It gives you a reason to. With my business, we have people who leave. Unfortunately, it just happens. It's kind of the way of the business. With Marketing Boost, it gave me a reason to reach back out to some of my old clients that left me and say, hey man, just want to let you know, I know we had your business in the past. I actually just had this partnership with this travel company, and just for giving us the opportunity to earn your business back, requoting your insurance, I'll give you one of these vouchers. So I've been able to get some of my old clients back in our book of business. There's that. All right. So so here where we
before you get into these ads, let me ask you some of the questions coming through from some of the members. Do you have any compliance issues with the Department of Insurance and what have you with offering the trip for just a quote?
Yeah, I personally have not. I know states vary. on the giveaways and the rebating and things like that. So I have not had any compliance issues at all here in Missouri. And the way I kind of look at it is as long as I give it to everybody. Like, I don't pick and choose who I give a trip to. If anybody gets an insurance quote, I do know if you specifically start tying it into a purchase, or like if I said you had to fill out a life insurance application for the trip, or if you had to actually purchase insurance from me, I know for sure that that would get me a whole
Yeah,
bunch.
so you completely keep it away from any kind of transaction.
Yep.
Let's see, that covers a couple of questions I've had from different people on that. One question here, do you see that conversions are better with the addition of the trip or not?
Yeah. Yep. That's a good point. Like, trying to think how to answer that. So with the conversion, I mean, it allows me to get on, because when it comes to sales in my business, I just need to talk to people. So the more people I can talk to, the more people that I can talk to, the more sales I'm going to make. So Marketing Boost just gives me that opportunity to get on the phone with more people. I mean, I don't know if the conversions any more than, if somebody just reaches out to me and they're specifically looking for insurance, and
Yeah,
and
but the hard part is to get that somebody reaching out to you. So instead of talking to 2 people a week, you're talking to whatever 50, and you've got a better odds of closing, 5 or 10 or however, whatever the numbers are.
Yep.
It's always a numbers game if you're in sales, and the key is, can you get, if you've got a lot of leads, the more leads you got, you could start, having even somebody else follow your script and qualify them before you get on the phone, for example, if you were overwhelmed.
once you have their information, and I've really been this last year been really focused on the value of that information. Once somebody gives you their information, you have it forever. Like, I have a database, and there's people that filled out a Marketing Boost or a Facebook ad 2 years ago. Didn't necessarily go with me then, but I'll be following up with them for years. And maybe I'll get their business here in the future. But the fact that I have that number and I'm able to reach back out to them, and they already know my name, and they're familiar with me, I don't have to cold call.
Have you ever used the restaurant or the hotel savings cards as part of your promotions?
Good question. Yeah, I mean, I've used it a few times. The restaurant ones, I've tied that with Facebook when I put on just my regular fan page. Like, I did that with like a Valentine's Day promotion where I give a voucher, and then a hotel. When I for some reason though, with I don't know why it is, but with the Facebook ads and stuff that I run, I just always had a lot more success. Maybe just because it's it's more value. I've ran ads with hotel cards, and I have ran ads with vouchers, and then but I just didn't get the results of the trips, so I stick with those.
Okay. Do you know of anyone, someone's asking, anyone use radio to promote getting or quote for the draw? Have you tried radio at all?
No, I haven't tried radio. Actually, like the radio and TV and all that stuff and the billboards, I think those are for like just corporations. I just, and the way I think I kind of view that on radio is, I can't tell you the last time I've heard anything on the radio, even if it was something I was really, really interested in. I've never heard anything really on the radio where I grabbed my phone and called it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you've got to, the radio is a tougher, you've got to get, radio and TV, I've done plenty of it. I can tell you that the challenge with radio and TV is you've got to have a lot of repetition. You've got to have the radio commercial play, people have to hear it 6, 7, 8 times before they might, as you say, pick up that phone and dial that number or go to the URL or what have you. So it's challenging to get that repetition in the same audience over and over until they're responding. Do you, I know that you've got a big, on your personal Facebook page, you've got nearly 5,000 friends. Do you have a Facebook group? Are you promoting a group, or you're building your personal page and you're promoting a lot of this stuff within the friends that so bring into your personal page, or is this all with these ads you're getting ready to tell us about?
Um, Good question. So yeah, basically, yeah, it's about all these ads. Pretty much,
Okay.
that's where my leads come from are basically just running ads. I do have some groups uh, that I have a real estate agent group that's got like 350 real estate agents in there. I post stuff in there mainly just to be top of mind. I'll do occasional trip stuff in there. That's just kind of based for referral partners. So if I can help some of their clients out. But when it comes to and then occasionally I'll have which those are always great leads when people see my posts on Facebook. When somebody is, it's all about being that top of mind person. When somebody thinks of insurance, like, oh, I haven't seen this dude's ads for ever, because I run stuff ads that don't have anything to do with the trip. I'm about education, so I'll post videos just educating people, be a little bit smart about their insurance. So I will have people who send me direct messages on Facebook that are just friends and that have seen me promoted. But a bulk of my activity throughout the week outside of referrals are from Facebook ads.
So somebody's asking me, no more Book VIP, and they say I just used Book VIP a week ago. Book VIP is still operating 100% and doing very, very well. What I'm referring to here is the certificates that we give away in Marketing Boost. Now, if you had one that you activated a year ago or months ago, under before we switched over to Redeem Vacations, if you activated it when it was still Book VIP, then yeah, you would have used Book VIP to select your travel dates and you'd be traveling via Book VIP. But all of the current, for months now, everything has been going out. All this digital certificates, printed certificates have been converted to Redeem Vacations, and they are fulfilled by redeemvacations.com. So they're not going through the telephone to our call center. They're not being offered any timeshare upgrades, if that answers your question. Now, if you're an affiliate, we have affiliates marketing Book VIP. That's still in full play. Those of you who are in the travel industry, Book VIP is another sister company of ours. And we do market. We do have an affiliate program there as well that pays 30% on travel commissions. So yeah, Book VIP is still going. Hopefully that answers that question. All right. So I'll let you continue. Go ahead and tell us about these ads.
Okay, cool. All right. So this is just another thing. Just everything's trial and error pretty much. So with these are the layout of most of my Facebook ads and how I run them. I do run them through a Facebook Manager account, so you do have to have a Facebook Manager account, and they call it. There's different words for it. They call it dark posting, but whatever it is, when you run it through a Facebook Manager account, you can really, really specifically target who you want to see that ad, which is important. I've talked with other insurance agents before, and people say I've tried Facebook marketing, I've tried boosting posts, but I never from it. Like I don't really ever get anything from boosting posts either, because when you boost a post, you're very, very limited. There's some targeting features. There is nothing like the targeting features to a Facebook Manager account. So, and those are easy. Just go to YouTube. If you don't have one, how to create a Facebook Manager account. They'll set you up, walk you through it. And then this guy is how I have it out. You want to call to attention. So, in the world of insurance, like I mentioned before, I don't have millions of dollars to spend in marketing like Farmers and State Farm. Like they can run a really generic ad and get some reach because they're putting so much money behind it. I have my budget for my agency, so with my targeting, I'm going to be very, very specific. So this branch and trip getaway promotion, and once you have kind of the ad copyright, then depending on whatever your business is, you can target. I say who do I want to see this ad? So mine, of course, I'm an insurance, so I put 4-day, 3-night voucher, just getting a quote, a home insurance quote, whatever business it is, whatever you like. For example, I met with a landscaper earlier today. He's in my networking group, and he could run a similar ad like this instead of home insurance. Consultation about your lawn care. whatever it is. So whatever it is, you just replace that so you can run it through, and then you adjust the targeting. Now, this is what this is here is Marketing Boost is you guys have created a phenomenal videos for us to use. I mean, these are HD quality videos about the trip. So behind this, unfortunately can't play it, but you guys go in the resource center. Has the Branson one that you guys created behind it. The reason why I have a picture in front of it is you have to change the thumbnail out because if there's too much wording in that very front, so Facebook a lot of times will still run the ad, but they'll limit your reach on it. So you just need to change that thumbnail out to an actual picture. But this actually, when they see this ad, it'll start playing. And then I do Facebook lead forms. So this is just kind of how I have that laid out. Just almost like what I said in the phone. Our agency partnered up with a travel company. We have 32 vouchers. Just want to make sure that's in line there. Quote with us. And then I always put no purchase necessary, no times for presentation. People are always going to have that question, save money or insurance. And then people fill the form out. And I actually have it because I'm always trying to think of how can I make it a little bit better than it was just today than it was yesterday. So and then I use Sean Mathis. He's still my coach and he helps me with stuff too. Learn a lot from that guy. But on when filling out the form, when people fill out the forms on Facebook, a lot of times it'll pre-fill their information out, and then I'll have at the very end of it when I get ready to hit send, I'll put claim your Branson voucher and get your insurance quote below. And when they click that button, it actually will send them to a form that'll fill out some information for me to do the quote, and then after the form, it'll send them to Calendly. Or in the past, I have actually on life insurance just send them directly to Calendly, and then I'll run ads for the weekend, and I'm walking in Monday, and there's 6-7 appointments that are already booked in my calendar, expecting a call. Calendly has something where they'll send out a reminder to them, and then I can get my conversations that way. And here's just some more examples. The more specific, like I said, you are, the better. So this one generated a lot of leads for our agency. And good people, firefighters, usually are good quality. With farmers, we have affinity discounts. So for my insurance agents out there, some of you guys have that. So firefighters get a discount just for getting a quote from us. Kind of the same thing with the video here. And you guys can look and see my layouts. I put the number in there. You put an exact number, 4-day, 3-night Branson Resort, or whatever the closest resort is to you that you're promoting. And all you have to do is get a home insurance quote through our agency. Kind of go back to the targeting. I know people have some kickbacks like, well, I don't want to talk to a bunch of people who just want a trip. If you do your targeting right, you're not talking to people who just want the trip. Now, if I ran this ad and if I only put the people who are interested in Branson, I didn't put any other targeting in the ad, then I'm going to probably be talking to people who just want a trip. But and then here's this one right here. I generated over 400 leads for sure with this final expense one. So for life insurance, same similar ad copy. This is the one that's been working for me. So if it's broke, don't fix it. The only thing I've been testing lately is I've been doing some messenger ads. So when people click this button right here, it says send message, and then I'm in instant communication with them. So if you're in a business where you need to talk to them right off the bat, I would suggest running something where you have to send a message. So as soon as they click that, you're in communication with them right off the bat, and you can pick it up and talk about what you want from there. All right, here's some of the giveaways that I did on Facebook. Sorry, this isn't, I don't know, I wish I could make the screen a little bigger for you guys, but this is a Christmas tree contest and got quite a bit of engagement. But just let's see a picture of your beautiful tree, the one with the most likes here, and we'll do a drawing. And this one I did a restaurant voucher, and it got quite a few. I'm trying to see exactly how many. I think it was like over, like 24 shares, bunch of comments, whatever. But yeah, this one really good. And all this stuff, like I'm not specifically gonna sell a bunch of insurance out of this ad right here, honestly. I mean, I'm running other stuff where people are more high intent, but I'm trying to stay top of mind.
That's a little bit of personal branding. It's Joe Kaufman Agency, and you're just getting engagement and getting your name and brand out there. I like it.
Yep. It's just try to be top of mind. lot of business owners out there. A lot of them have their business pages, but most of them don't post on it much as they do. They don't post anything that's interesting. So, now here's one right here. I did Mother's Day contest. But one lucky mom will win a 4-day, 3-night Branson Resort stay on our agency. Simply tag an awesome mom and like the page so you can get more likes on my page here. And the winner will be drawn tomorrow. I think it's good whenever if you're going to run these contests to do a live drawing. Just you don't need any fancy. I do a lot of videos. If you look at my page, there's a ton of video marketing in there. Just talking about insurance tips and stuff like that. The main reason why I do so many videos is nobody else does. I don't know why, but in my space with insurance, and I'm friends with quite a few insurance agents. I don't see anybody ever doing videos. And as far as business owners go, I don't see hardly any other business owners doing videos, but they stand out. If somebody reaches out and says something, a lot of the times is about, hey, I see your videos. So
That's cool.
What else we got here? Okay, and then so those couple ad copies, and I wasn't sure I was gonna how I was gonna share this with you, but so whatever your space is, so if you take the ad copy that I've been using to generate thousands of leads with those business, auto, home, life, and once you get it dialed in with your targeting, and I'm gonna put my email address here on this next slide. Feel free if you are doing something and you need help with targeting, I can assist with that. But once you get things figured out, you're basically you're in demand. So after running all these different ads and stuff through Facebook, and then, like I said, I did it for Marketing Boost, and then Marketing Boost was like just putting gasoline on my ads. So now I've got ads, and what was the biggest struggle of my agency, and what did I hate? I hated cold calling, and I hated buying these shared internet leads. And that's that. Well, guess what? Every other agent out there hates doing. They hate cold calling, and they hate buying internet leads. I'm no different than any of these other agents out there. I just got lucky, met some great people, had some good connections, and figured some stuff out by throwing throwing some money out there. And now I've got these ad copies that I know work, especially with life insurance. So I know those are really spot on. So all I did was this is how I generate some of my affiliate income. I took those ad copies, and I took the targeting, ad copies, landing page. Now, I still have I mentioned before, insurance agents, if they find something works, they're not eager to go run out and tell all the other insurance agents. So I don't run the ads in Missouri. So I market in Missouri. I run my ads in Missouri. But as far as the program, if you're in Missouri, I'm probably not going to, tell you, here's my Facebook ad, here's how to do it and everything, because I'm just creating my own competition. But if you're an insurance agent in Texas or you're an insurance agent in Florida, I'm not running ads in Florida. We're no competition. Hey, I've got this great program that I'm using, Marketing Boost. It's been working great for me. So I took all the stuff I've been doing to generate these leads, and I packaged it and I put it in a home and auto insurance program. And then I did the same with life. I took the life ads and I put that all in a single program. So once you guys figure this stuff out,
you can become an expert at teaching other people to do it in that same niche.
Right.
And then you build up your as another source of income. You get a couple of hundred. If you end up with a couple of hundred Marketing Boost members, that'll pay you X amount a month, because we pay 40% on the membership fee to the affiliates.
Yep.
And if you have 200 of them, you're going to get a car bonus payment. So you can look at our affiliate page for that.
Yep, that's exactly it. Like, so this is just an ad that I ran selling the program. I had it dumbed down really cheap, $97, and I sold the one life here for $197. This is just January 7th, but I generated a couple grand. And
that was a course you were selling on how to do this.
Yeah.
And then you turn them on to Marketing Boost as well. But in the meantime, you're actually selling a little bit of a course.
Yeah, basically, yeah, course I'm selling. And honestly, on these, so all these people too, by the way, they bought with, I've never talked to any of these people. I ran an ad, put it in front of the right people with targeting, and I did a video saying, hey, basically just kind of what I told you guys. I was an agent buying cold calling and buying these crappy shared internet leads. I knew there had to be a better way, and this was what I found. So I actually don't even talk about Marketing Boost on in that ad. Don't even mention it. But guess what? I mean, when they get inside the program, now I do have just to be fair to them, I do have a couple ads that don't have any Marketing Boost in them, but they're going to pay double to triple the lead cost. And I let them know that. I go, but I do have a program here, and then guess whose affiliate link is inside the program? Of course. So
Right. Smart. Very smart.
So, but yeah, once you guys have figured out your own niche or whatever, then you can create a program. And then I use Kartra. There's a lot of programs out for digital. That was one that was pretty easy for me to set up and create a digital product, because then you can just, all you do is literally send them a link and they click the link and then they purchase it. And then once they purchase it, it automatically sends their login information. So you don't have to do any of that. It's automated. They log into the course and they can go at their own speed, which these people go at their own speed. They're not, some of these people haven't even opened the program yet.
Awesome.
But yeah, that's my just my personal email address. If you guys need help with targeting or anything like that, feel free to reach out to me. And Kartra, that's a program I use. So if you get things figured out in your niche and you want to sell a digital product and make some money on the side, that's a link. It's the Kartra marketingmachine.com. They have like a free trial of that too. And now these two programs are specifically for insurance. So if you're not in the insurance space, probably not going to be, I don't know how much value it is for you, but it does go in the targeting. But if you're an insurance agent, the one I created for Life Lead Factory, that's for generating life insurance leads. And then this is the home and auto one. And I put in that ad copy you're going to see inside the program. And then I put the exact targeting, just everything that I could think of to put in there is in there. So you can just literally take it, copy it, and duplicate it.
Cool. Very cool. I really did very, very nice presentation. Let me go over some things that I take away from it. A lot of people, a couple of questions I saw coming in. First of all, let me cover a couple of things. A recording of this has been made. It will be in the Marketing Boost portal within a couple of days. So you'll be able to go back and watch it again. Let's see here. Some of the things that people get gun shy about, building a Facebook ad, setting up again, these are kind of things you can outsource very easily. There's a number of websites you can go to and find quality people for very little money to build you. If you don't, how to manage a Facebook page, or don't know how to create an ad, or don't know how to create a lead form. Again, you can pay somebody a few dollars, and believe it or not, it's not expensive to find people to do it on websites like Fiverr and others to outsource and have some expertise. We also have an in-house team, by the way, within, let me go ahead and share my screen for a moment and pull over here. Everybody seeing my screen? Which one are you seeing? Joe, do you see my Zoom page, or you see my Facebook page? I forgot to make sure I show on the right screen.
I see marketing.
See Marketing Boost? All right, great. So one thing real quick here, if you haven't been with Marketing Boost in a while, it's currently only $37 a month. You might actually be paying more if you're an old member and not aware that we've recently offered our new global pricing. We were as much as $197 a month, and we're now only $37 a month for all of the same benefits. So we lowered it back to our original price of 4 years ago, our classic price. And being that we're growing with 125 destinations around the world, we've got members joining from all over the world. And rather than having one price in the US and subsidizing what they're paying in India or in the Philippines, we lowered it to for the time being, for a limited time or until further notice, it's $37 a month. And that gets grandfathered in to everybody who's on that price and forever. What else? We have a partner. Let me go over to Facebook here. We recommend Fur Patel, by the way. He is endorsed by our operation, and Fur offers a service for very little bit of, for very affordable rates to build out your, um, to build out your funnels, to build out a lot of automation, and including automating the giveaway of the vacation incentives and hotel savings cards. So if you're struggling with what to do, how to do it, you know, you can only, it takes money to make money. You can hire for I think for as little as $197 to build out your system with using a very strong funnel for your industry and including automation, et cetera. So that's an option you might want to consider. I strongly recommend it. He's very knowledgeable with everything Marketing Boost, and everything with a platform that will deliver a lot of great automation. What else can I share with you? Are there any, let's see what, any more questions coming in? Let me see if I can find that page again. Let me see, stop share and get back to the chat. Okay, Joe, do you do one-on-one training? What's your cost?
How reach out to me. Yeah, I don't currently do it. But yeah, I figured I'd just hop on here today and yeah, provide some free value to you guys. But yeah, I don't reach out to me. I can help you out.
Again, you know, thank you again, Joe. Again, Joe is not in the business of you know, consulting or charging for the training like this. You know, he may become that, you know, but you may find a new career out of a seminar like this today. But yeah, he's here to just share his success with everybody, and you know, another success story. So again, thank you very much.
Yeah,
Let's see who else has got any questions here. Thank you, Joe. A lot of people saying thank you. Thank you, Marco, for the pricing and presentation. You're welcome. Somebody asked earlier about the affiliate program for Marketing Boost with Redeem. Again, Redeem is just to make it clear, maybe I share my screen one more time. Marketing Boost, if you're an affiliate Marketing Boost, you're going to bring people here. You're going to use your affiliate link to drive people here. And when they click on this and join for $37 a month, monthly, or if they pay annually, you're going to get 40% of whatever they're paying for however long they're paying it. And then when they activate their trips and travel, they're going to be going through Redeem Vacations, which is not, you know, anybody using Redeem Vacations to activate their trip or travel never finds out about Marketing Boost. This is your little secret. So somebody using Redeem Vacations, you know, they're not told here about Marketing Boost. There's nothing in the About Us page or how it works, etc., that gives away the secret that you were able to give them away for that it only cost you $37 a month. That's not something that's shared with anybody who's using Redeem Vacations. I think I already covered about Book VIP. For those of you who had questions about that, we're obviously Book VIP is still in business, but we're not using Book VIP to fulfill the trips anymore. Let's see if I can get back to the screen, stop share. And any other questions or chat?
I saw something pop up about business owners. Does it work for business owners? And yeah, it does. I sell business insurance as well, so I run Facebook ads to business owners, and yeah, they do respond.
So somebody says here, okay, so I'm confused to what I have. Well, I'm going to put together another webinar here soon. Actually, I think there's a recording of it. Of somebody saying here, I'm paying $48 a month. Reach out to the chat team on Marketing Boost. You have the option of switching to the new plan at $37 a month, save you some money. So if you're paying more than $37, you do have the option to switch that. Okay. Will we be adding Williamsburg, Virginia back? I doubt it. There's certain destinations that don't need help filling rooms. and Williamsburg for quite some time, even after COVID and what have you. They're still very proud of their hotel rooms, very expensive, and we don't have a lot of inventory in Williamsburg. It wasn't a destination that panned out. Let's see, Joe, do you use LinkedIn?
Good question. Yeah, I saw it. So I am on LinkedIn, and I'm active on there as far as posting stuff. So yeah, I'm definitely involved on LinkedIn. I have tried to run ads in the past on LinkedIn, just haven't had much success. I don't know if their platform I think needs some work, but I'm on it, but I'm not running. I don't run ads on there.
Okay. My target audience is business owners, as vacation giveaways attract business owners. I don't see why it wouldn't.
Yep.
You've got two ways to hit them. One, to sell whatever your product is, and then after you sell your product, you could potentially turn them on to the Marketing Boost platform as an affiliate. Maybe not. Keep that to yourself. Keep that your little secret. Somebody asked how to get a hold of Fur Patel. I would, if you're not a member of the Marketing Boost Facebook page, you need to join, and then you can find Fur Patel in our Marketing Boost Facebook page. He has his own Marketing Boost group as well, where he's again teaching his members that are, paid members of his. He teaches you how to automate your platform in an incredible system. He's got a system that'll automate your text messaging, your email marketing, your lead generation, and the build out the funnels that'll work for you, for including plugging in the automation of the complimentary trips. Somebody says here St. Thomas. No, that's not on the horizon anytime soon. Again, we currently have 125 destinations. We may be adding more down the road, but for the time being, that's not a priority to be adding more. We will be adding more, but we're looking for more. It'll be probably more international around the world for the purpose of generating new members in different parts of the world. Let's see here. Somebody else again asking about compliance issues. If you read our FAQs for under Marketing Boost FAQs, we do cover some of the insurance and real estate questions about compliance. At the end of the day, the main thing you have to be, I'm not your lawyer for your state, so you need to do your own research there. But you want to be not. The main thing is you want to not tie anything to a transaction. So don't be saying, if you buy an insurance plan today, I give you a free trip. You can't. If you do anything like that, you will get in trouble. So make sure there's no transaction tied to your marketing of who gets the free trip. And again, you may want to check with your attorneys. But Joe, watch this video again, and you'll see how Joe covers it, where he's giving a trip to everybody and not tying it to any kind of, just for the quote. And matter of fact, he'll give them the trip even if he decides that they don't really want to quote. If they filled out the form and they during the phone call he realizes they really don't have interest in insurance, they just want the trip, he sends them the trip. Again, he pays a flat fee like you do, and he has unlimited certificates. So why argue with a prospect? Just, yeah, no problem. You get one of the 32, and sends them a free trip. My email address, someone's asking for that. Yeah, Marco, M-A-R-C-O-T @marketingboost.com is my email address. Do you use it to recruit other agents? Do you have other agents on your team?
No, not as of yet. I have run as far as recruiting. I'm not even sure how to, because it's tough enough to find. It's tough to find good agents and good people to work for you. That's the last place I would actually want to give an incentive to, because it's hard enough to get. I've gone through where I've had interviews lined up throughout the week. One time I had like 11, and I had 2 people show up. So I don't know about giving them an incentive to a trip. I think after they are already on I think it would be good after I already have some employees, to use the trips as a has a carrot or something for if they
Yeah.
hit a goal. But
Hit a goal or what have you. Yeah. They, you are allowed to send to get used with employees or staff, but you got to keep in mind, again, check our FAQs and terms and conditions of use. There are rules against group travel. You know, you can't use Marketing Boost to plan a company getaway, you know, or an event like that. But they can be used for, you know, top salesman of the year. You know, again, you don't, there's a limit. They can only use one every 12 months. So you don't want to, it's not something you're going to be doing once a month and what have you. Well, team, thank you very much for your time. We've been on for an hour and 22 minutes. We really appreciate it. I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up. But this, again, the copy of this video will be in the portal. I will be putting together another Marketing Boost 101 seminar again here in February. Don't have a date yet. This will be where I just go through the basics of what you have, what's available to you, how it works, how the, you know, what the, you know, going through the FAQs, going through the affiliate program. You know, obviously, if you've been with a company for a while, you don't need to be on that call. But if you're still new, if you in your first couple of months and still figuring how can I use Marketing Boost, we'll go through a number of ideas on the Marketing Boost 101 webinar. And I'll also be doing a webinar soon. Again, stay tuned. We'll be doing one on on outsourcing. Again, I really strongly recommend you learn how to put some of your business practices into what I call, or what's called in the industry, business. I forgot now. But anyway, at the end of the day, you want to create processes that you can teach, things that you do over and over. Outsource it to somebody overseas who can do it for just a few dollars an hour, essentially, and relieve yourself of that daily chore, so you have time to think and time to learn and time to take courses and time to watch other seminars and time to get you know, educate yourself on how to do the Facebook marketing and how to, you know, clone yourself, like someone just mentioned here. You've got to be able to clone some of your processes, so that you can take that time and invest it in learning and how to do better marketing, learning and how to, you know, close more deals, spend that time being in front of more prospects, not doing the nitty gritty accounting, bookkeeping. So much of what you do could be outsourced for, you know, such an affordable rates that you'd be surprised that you would, you know, yes, it's going to sound expensive regardless, you know, for a couple of $100s a week to hire somebody to do something, but you'll find that because you made that investment, bam, you're going to be freed up to use your brain, which is what you're in business for, to grow. And instead of spending several hours a day doing menial tasks that somebody else should be doing, that's not what you're, you know, if you're looking to get paid, to pay yourself several $100s an hour for your time with as a business owner, you've got to not be doing the daily tasks that you could outsource. But that'll be for another seminar. Thanks again, everybody. Really appreciate your time. Good luck in business. Oh, one last thing I want to cover, because it keeps coming up on Facebook. People are traveling. COVID-19 has definitely slowed the travel industry down, which is why, you know, but believe it or not, they're still traveling to Mexico. I mean, Book VIP is still thriving. We launched a brand this year called unsold.com, and we're blowing it up. You know, we're selling travel all over the world, the retail travel. So we've got unsold.com, we have bookvip.com. Travel, believe it or not, the way we do it anyway, the way we do it on Redeem Vacations, where they have 24 months to travel, people are activating these trips by the thousands. And obviously less of them than last year are actually traveling, but that's why we gave them 24 months. They are activating these trips and they are traveling, especially local travel, like we're reminding you to do. Pick local destinations where they don't have to get on a plane, that they can drive to, and promote a local drive, you know, a local drive to destination. Keep in mind, they got to be traveling at least 100 miles from where they reside, according to the rules of the FAQs of Marketing Boost. But local travel is kicking ass. And it's going to get even bigger because during this next 12 months, as we get a grip on COVID and as everybody starts getting vaccinated, people are going to be really itching to travel. It's going to blow back up, and you want to be in the right place in the right time with, marketing yourself with Marketing Boost. All right, guys. Thank you very much again. I'm going to end the call.
Thanks, everyone. Take care. Blow it up.
Thank you. Thanks again, Joe. You were awesome.
Thanks, Marco.